Good morning, good morning, good morning. Give me just a moment while I get all the lives going. And as you get here, go ahead and say hello and let me know that you're here. And my lights are changing right now. I don't know why. So, good morning. Let's get this. All right. Now, let me make sure I've got this coming up in the right place. You get here, go ahead and say hello. Perfect. All right. Oh, me. One more thing. All right, and I'm a few minutes late getting on here this morning, but I had my breakfast this morning out on the patio, and it's just a little touch chilly this morning, and this cold front's coming in, but the wind was blowing, my wind chimes were um, chiming, and it just felt so glorious that I totally lost track of time. So I apologize, but here we are. Here we are. And so I am going to just go ahead and jump in to the lesson here. So, where the power of presence is really what I wanted to talk about today, because there's so many times I know, especially in my life, and I would love to hear from you if it's something that has been going on for you, but I would spend my time living in what I wanted in the future, or living into the past of things that have happened and not really being present in the moment. So, the thing that I want to share with you today is the thought: I choose to engage fully with life and enjoy the moment, whatever it is. See, that's the big thing. Whatever it is, we seem to um, judge things, and if it's not this magical, wonderful moment, we don't acknowledge it. We don't appreciate it. But, and I know we've talked about this before, but it feels to me like for my life and for a lot of people that I know, it's still a good thing to revisit, right? Because we often think presence is reserved for the big stuff, you know, the breakthrough, being on the stage, the celebrations, the parties, right? And so, like, one of my friends, her daughter is going to be getting married, and there's a bridal shower this upcoming weekend. And the thought came to me was, we need to celebrate life the way we're celebrating just this getting married, right? Because the truth, presence, is a daily devotion. It can be something as simple as how you stir your coffee, right? It's the way you exhale before speaking your truth. It's choosing to be in it, even when it's not perfect, polished, or pretty. We miss so many divine nudges because we're caught up in what's next or what should have been. But your power, your brilliance lives in the now. And how can we tap into the now? One of the things is taking some time to yourself, right? It is self care. For me, one of the things that helps me tremendously, like I said, this morning I was sitting on the patio having my breakfast. No, not trying to learn anything, because a lot of times I tend to want to utilize all my time to learn something new. And I've started recognizing that sometimes you need to just disengage, and that's okay. It's actually good for you, right? So maybe it's go for a walk, sit in silence for a little while, right? So today's invitation to you is choose to be here. Whatever here looks like for you right now. Now, it could be something that's kind of messy. Maybe it's magical. But more than likely, for most of us, it's somewhere in between, right? Can you actually lean into it? Can you say, even this is worthy of my full presence? Even this is worthy of my full presence. So I have an affirmation and a journal prompt for you today because I recognized that everybody was really wanting the affirmation and the journal prompt. So I'm starting to add that into what I'm doing on Monday, and I will put a copy of what they are in the group Stand Up and Stand Out, which is where this originates. So our affirmation is, I choose to engage fully with life and enjoy the moment, whatever it is. So repeat that to yourself whenever you feel tempted to just check out. Things get a little stressed and you want to just disengage. Tell yourself, I choose to engage fully with life and enjoy the moment, whatever it is. Because if we really, really look at it, even in some of our darkest times, if we really look deep, we can find even a little sliver of something to be grateful for. So it's finding that to engage fully in the moment, right? So say it in traffic. I choose to engage fully with life and enjoy the moment, whatever it is. Say it while folding your laundry, right? Say it when your mind wants to escape discomfort, especially. Because one of my favorite books is Feelings Buried Alive Never Die. And when we disengage from things that are uncomfortable, we're not disengaging where it's not going to bother us. What it does is it starts accumulating our growing legs, accumulating energy because you're not dealing with it. And then later on, you're going to deal with it in a different way at a greater level. So even when something's uncomfortable, choose to engage fully. Enjoy the moment, whatever it is. So I'm thinking there was a time in my life that this was very, very hard for me because all I could see was what was going wrong. And it took being out of the situation to look at it, to see what was the lesson that I had in that. What was the thing that it helped me uncover? What was the thing that it helped me see? And I just shared recently the thing about being out walking with a dog and almost being attacked by another dog. And what that woke me up to, which was very uncomfortable in the moment, was the fact that I needed to be more proactive in my safety when I'm out walking, right? Um, I was just a couple of days ago, I was driving in the car and I was sitting at the red light waiting to turn left. And I had the little waiting on the little arrow, to turn left. And it gave me the arrow. And for whatever reason, instead of immediately hitting the accelerator and going, I delayed for just a couple of seconds. And suddenly this car ran that red light. And it would have, if it didn't broadside me, it would have definitely got the tail end of my car. And that could have potentially damaged me, damaged my car, right? But that was a moment that all of a sudden my heart's palpitating and everything. And then I say, thank you, God, for giving me the moment to be still, the moment to listen to my inner guidance. Because that's one of the things we talk about a lot, right? You have to get still, be present, and then the inner guidance is there. But you have to choose to do it, right? All right. And so then our journal prompt: what shifts when I stop waiting for the right moment and start honoring the one I'm in? What shifts when I stop waiting for the right moment and start honoring the one I'm in? So let the answers come honestly, no judgment, just awareness. And what I always recommend is you write these down so that you get with the date, the affirmation, and the journal prompt. And then once you've written it down, you've said it out loud as you were writing it. If you're like most of us, you're saying it in your mind as you're writing it out, right? And there's a thing that happens to your mind and your energetic field when you're doing that. There's a connection of the neural pathways when you're actually physically writing that don't happen when you're typing. So if you can, write it down on a piece of paper. And then take 10, 15 minutes of just silence, allowing your inner guidance, your God voice, your intuition to just really tap in to this question. What shifts when I stop waiting for the right moment and start honoring the one I'm in? And then when the timer goes off, you pick up your pen, your pencil, and you just write whatever shows up, even things that sound like it has nothing to do with anything. It's your opportunity to brain dump whatever your inner voice is trying to give you. So, like I said, let the answers come honestly. No judgment, just awareness. And once you've written it all down, you've brain dumped everything, then you can look at it and say, okay, how do these things connect? And you might be really surprised at some of the things that you're going to have shift just from doing this, right? And I would invite you that if you're feeling bold, comment below. What's one moment today you choose to engage with instead of avoid? What's one moment today you choose to engage with instead of avoid? And I'm one of those people. Good morning, good morning. Good to have you here. I'm one of those people that sometimes I can drop into that avoidance really quick when something gets really uncomfortable. Good morning, V. Nice to have you here. So, one of the things that I've decided with this, and I'm choosing, is that today, one of the things that I've been avoiding is sometimes doing the task stuff in my business, the emails, the things that are just tasks, because I'm not a fan of those, right? I do them, but I can fall into the avoidance of it. And so today I have a little note of some of the things to do today, and I am committing to engage with it instead of avoid it. So Like I said, if you're feeling bold, comment below. What's one moment today you choose to engage with instead of avoid? So let's inspire each other to show up fully for life, for love, for ourselves. So I'm going to go back really quick and I'm going to share the affirmation again. Hold on, let me, I just realized I didn't copy and paste this into the notes here. So hold on. All right, here we go. So there's your affirmation. Make sure that you really, really tap into this today. I choose to engage fully with life and enjoy the moment, whatever it is, right? Whatever it is. Going to the tax collector. Whoa, that one just kind of feels loaded already, don't it? Maybe call them a specialist, a tax specialist. It doesn't feel quite so ominous. Oh, yeah, I see that. All right, and then our journal prompt. What shifts when I stop waiting for the right moment and start honoring the one I'm in? Let the answers come honestly, no judgment, just awareness. So I would love if you would share in the comments what's one moment today you choose to engage with instead of avoid. And V, going to the tax collector is a big one that a lot of us try to avoid, right? Like I said, maybe change it to an expert so instead of collector, and that might take a little bit of the charge out of it, because just that word tax collector has this big ramifications of, being struck down and you're done, right? At least that when I hear that word, that's what it does for me. So I hope this has been good for you today, because it's a powerful reminder to stop waiting for the perfect moment and start honoring the one you're in. This mini lesson invites you to tune into the present, reconnect with your brilliance, and engage with life just as it is. You've got this. And if you can find time in your day to just stop for a moment and just say, am I in this present moment right here, right now? And you might find that a lot of times you're living in your mind in other places, in your to-do list, in your what you didn't do list, what you need to do. But tap in as often as you can today and just say, okay, I'm in the present moment. What can I be grateful for? And honor yourself today and honor your life. And I would love to hear from you. And thank you for being here this morning. I appreciate it more than you know. And I will see you next Monday, 10 a.m. Eastern. So be present and enjoy life, because that's what it's meant for. Love you guys.